We're being siloed into a bubble. Our likes empower the algorithm. It feeds us what we want, to keep us engaged. It wants to sell our attention. We slip deeper into a constraining narrative. But we must break free. We must burst the bubble. Truths will be learned. Cognitive dissonance will make our hearts and heads ache. Different perspectives will bring us wisdom. Some truths will be hilarious, others painful. But we must be free. We must break into the DisAlgorithm.
Alright, hey, welcome to the DisAlgorithm. It's been a couple days. I just been sick of everything. As far as hearing about Trump and everything. It's like, even when he's winning, I'm like, I can't even celebrate because of the whole Epstein thing and everything. It's like, this is a dark cloud on everything, and yeah, it's all bull crap, but I wanted to get on here and go through some of the stuff that's happened lately. I mean, it's not much, but we'll just go through my feed and see what we can find. And then I got my buddy here.
Hi, I'm Deadpool's head. Not to be confused with Headpool, different guy.
Yep, different guy. But he's gonna join me. We're gonna talk about some of the stuff that's been happening. What do you think about all this stuff with Trump and Epstein and all of that?
Chimichanga!
Okay. Well, let's check my feed, see what's happening in the news.
Breaking news, man-sized homunculus plays with superhero toys.
That's fake news. Fake news. Alright. Let's see. Jack Posobiec says John Solomon just reported on War Room that he spoke to Trump this morning, and he said, I want answers on Epstein like everyone. So let the prosecutor do that. Interview airs later today. So that was 1 minute ago, so that's new. That's the first time I'm hearing that.
I've known Colossus since he was a wee anvil.
Okay. Well, yeah. Because the stuff I've seen lately on the whole Epstein debacle has just been really crappy. So let's see. Let's go up. This was when was this? June 16th. That was this morning. Okay. Radical left Democrat. So Trump tweeted or truthed this morning. The radical left Democrats have hit pay dirt again. Just like with the fake and fully discredited Steele dossier, the lying 51 intelligence agents, the laptop from hell, which the Dems swore had come from Russia, no, it came from Hunter Biden's bathroom, and even the Russia scam itself, a totally fake and made-up story used in order to hide crooked Hillary Clinton's big loss in the 2016 election. These scams and hoaxes are all Democrats are good at. That's all they have. They're no good at governing, no good at policy, and no good at picking winning candidates. Also, unlike Republicans, they stick together like glue. Their new scam is what we will forever call the Jeffrey Epstein hoax. And my past capitalized supporters have bought into this bullcrap hook, line, and sinker, and they haven't learned their lesson and probably never will. And even after being conned by a lunatic left for 8 long years, I have more success in 6 months than perhaps any president in our country's history. And all these people wanted to talk about was strong prodding by the fake news. So the fake news brought all this up. And success and the success story of Dems is the Jeffrey Epstein hoax. Let these weaklings continue forward and do the Democrats' work. Don't even think about talking of our incredible, unprecedented success, because I don't want their support anymore. Thank you for your attention on this matter. Make America great again. Man, it's whatever, dude. Whatever. This is crazy.
Chimichanga!
Yeah, chimichanga.
Shapeshifters? You're all a bunch of shapeshifters?
Yeah, pretty
What?
much. Lizard people. Yep.
K-pop is not for sissies.
No. Neither is this. But he wants to abandon us all. What do you think about that?
Oh, I forgot. I gotta take squirrel poo out of the blender.
Oh. Okay, so do you gotta go?
I gotta go. Gotta take Sabretooth for a walk.
Okay. What do you think about all this with Trump and Epstein?
You are super attractive. You can't tell, but I'm using air quotes.
Alright. Well, we'll see you later then, okay?
Peace out, you mother father. Yep, that's how we swear on basic cable.
Okay. Maybe he'll come back later. I don't know. So let's read some of these replies. Why was Epstein in prison then? How about Ghislaine for a hoax? I don't think so. This is the hill we all die on. I don't know. This is crazy. I wonder what he saw. I wonder why he's saying this all of a sudden. I wonder what Pam Bondi told him or what he saw himself. He won't say. None of this makes any sense, and I hate to see you losing overall support over this unforced error in messaging to your base and all Americans. Yeah, like we don't know what's going on with you. Most of your supporters have wanted justice for elite child crimes related to the Epstein Intel Agency worldwide blackmail operation since it was covered up in 2007, long before any radical left cared or acknowledged. They haven't cared or acknowledged it until Trump said it didn't exist. Then they cared. The whole time they were in office, they haven't cared. They didn't do anything. They didn't mention it. Biden never said anything, never did anything. I will say, I find your behavior and your administration's behavior around this so dismissive and ludicrous that I think we will get a payoff down the road for actual justice for these elite criminals that were caught in the blackmail. You are driving the liberals crazy again, and the Streisand effect is huge. Please see at Real Roger Stone's solution to bring you more in line with your base, or please just appoint a special counsel. Thank you. Yeah, this is crazy. Again, where are the parents of the stolen children? Why are they not speaking up? Stolen? Oh. You assume they have parents. Also. I don't know if you guys saw. It'll probably pop up in my feed, but yeah, I'll just go over it when I see it, and if I don't see it, I'll bring it up later. Yeah, so that was truth this morning. So, I mean, I don't know what Jack Posobiec is talking about, but whatever. I guess we'll see later on. So here it is. Actually, it's I saw this morning. It was a Blair White interview with Juliette Bryant, and she was trafficked to
They were all there.
Epstein.
Jeffrey Epstein, Bill Clinton, Kevin Spacey, Chris Tucker. And I couldn't move. I was like paralyzed and I was naked and I couldn't move. I couldn't talk. So he sort of used to see how far he could sort of push people, I guess. Sorry, I get anxious about this. When we were taken to his bedroom, it was always pitch dark and ice cold. Waking up in a laboratory with 6 people in hazmat suits around me.
How do you feel about the Trump administration's statements this week about Epstein?
I think it's horrific, actually, especially when Trump gained presidency promising the list. He told me he worked with CIA. He told me he had my family's name on a list.
It was the government doing it, so you can't really get the government to tell on itself.
A lot of people want to judge girls who are taken there and stuff, but they don't know what it's like being kidnapped by the most evil people in the world. They were all there. Jeffrey Epstein, Bill.
Yeah. So I watched this earlier today, and it was very interesting. She sounds crazy, Juliette Bryant, but she's always been consistent. Like, I've heard a bunch of interviews of her. And I listened to this one because this is the most recent interview she's given. It was with Blair White. It just popped up in my YouTube channel. I was like, oh, okay. So I checked it out. It was a very good interview, very interesting. They went over a lot of stuff as far as Epstein and stuff. And yeah, I've heard it from Juliette Bryant before. So none of this was shocking to me, but when that one lady was asking about the parents, yeah, you'll see why. It sounds crazy, but I don't put it past them, and she's always said the same thing, and she's a real victim. She was paid money. She was given money from Epstein's estate, and she was also paid out from, what was that bank? Goldman Sachs. I think that was it. But she was paid out from both of those for being trafficked. So it's very interesting. Check it out. I'm going to repost that. What's this?
Time for Twins Part. Yeah. That's
Upslide.
crazy. I don't believe any of that. Hey, is Ben Shapiro, is he beefing with Alex Jones?
Yeah. He
What's
went
that all
off on
about?
Alex. He's a Mossad operative. I mean, every question y'all ask me, it's like, guys. Let's see. What is Ben Shapiro's beef with Alex Jones? It's Alex is the real deal and Ben is not. That's where the beef comes from. That's where it stems from. I mean, it's frustrating because he is very deliberately taking things out of context when it comes to Alex.
Mm-hmm.
Like one thing people keep they'll always bring up is during his custody battle like a decade ago, Alex's lawyer made the case that he was playing a character. And so people say, see, nothing Alex says is real. And it's like literally cannot be further from the truth. Alex off camera is exactly the same as Alex on camera. That was very specifically about Alex's, and I probably shouldn't even tell the story because I don't know the details totally, but basically Alex's ex-wife was showing video or taking comments of Alex when he was like dressed up like the Joker or dressed up in like an alien mask going, I'm gonna rape your women. And she was presenting that as if it was real. And the lawyer was saying, no, he's playing a character at that moment. He's putting on a show at that moment. Not that everything he believes is fake. So anyway, that's just a very long-standing slur of Alex Jones. And so that's what Ben Shapiro was saying. He was like, if you're watching Alex Jones and just act like it's a WWE match that you're watching, then that's fine. But if you think it's real, then you're stupid, and it makes you stupider. Wow. That's literally what he said. So, so he's scared. So they're scared, and now they're bringing out the claws because they don't know what time it is. They think they still have the ability to smear people like that. Alex has been proven the real deal over and over more than anybody else. So.
Man, he's been doing a long time. He was actually, I found some old videos of him actually out front of the incident happened in Waco, Texas. I said, wow, he's been doing this a long time.
Yeah.
He was actually covering that story as it unfolded way back then.
When he was like the only
Yeah,
one.
and he was
who
calling it
saw
out.
through
Before, there was no internet, no nothing he was doing.
Yeah, with local access on Austin television. Did you see the video of him
He
confronting
was
the
calling
FBI
out the
agent at Waco?
ATF and
Oh, there's
FBI.
a
Yeah.
great video where he's going, "You don't think we know, but the American people are know, and you're not going to get away with this."
Right.
It's good, yeah. And if I remember when the Waco TV show came out and was super popular, I was watching some old clips of the guy that wrote the book, Thibodeau, the author of the book that the show was based on. And he's giving talks in like 1999 or whenever, and he's going, yeah, there's this local guy, Alex Jones, that's helping to rebuild the church and really getting the awareness out. It's like Alex has been in it for literally decades, like 3 decades.
Yeah, the FBI went and slaughtered all those people.
Yeah, burned him to death.
Just because they had guns in there. Yeah, there's just a community that was living their own lives. Nobody was in danger. No Second Amendment for you. Yeah, and he just went in and slaughtered those people.
Yeah, it was after Ruby Ridge. It was a lot of, they thought it was going to be positive press coverage, but
It backfired on him.
yeah, big time.
and it grew Alex Jones too. And then Biden actually, I forget the guy's name, but he actually hired him.
Appointed the guy, yeah.
Appointed the guy, FBI director, right?
Or I'm not sure what he was. I think it was ATF.
He appointed-
ATF director.
Yeah, ATF.
ATF. That's crazy.
Yeah. Who like had pictures standing on the smoldering rubble.
Yeah, all
like
proud.
Trophy hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like, man. Hey, Joe, you have a picture, not a picture, a video of what Ben Shapiro thinks about Epstein? Oh, that should be interesting.
Says get over it. Get over it, you guys. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
So,
Ben Shapiro says so.
we now have the answers. And the problem is this. People who never hedged their bets, people who never at any point suggested to you that they don't have data to back up the speculation, that the speculation was in and of itself the conclusion that if you speculate without evidence, that amounts to an actual conclusion to an investigation, they're going to be very upset today because it turns out that the DOJ and the FBI have concluded that Epstein didn't have a client list and died by suicide, according to a memo detailing the findings obtained by Axios. Now, again, does this put to bed like all inquiries? Of course not. People can continue to speculate as much as they want. And I think there's still open questions here regarding how did Epstein make his money? Right, that's a very serious open question. And the speculation for a long time was he made his money from blackmail. But the DOJ and the FBI, again, run by people like Dan Bongino and Kash Patel and Pam Bondi are telling you, I'm not telling you, they're telling you, people who are members of the Trump administration, people you elected and put into these positions to get you the truth on this matter, are telling you that he didn't, in fact, he was not murdered, he did not keep a client list, and he did not blackmail powerful figures. Okay, right, that is the thing that they are saying, not I, they are saying this.
Yeah, because he knows nobody will believe him. They're saying
they're lying.
Yeah. This isn't me, Mossad operative Ben Shapiro saying this.
Don't believe me, believe them. Yeah. I know you're not going to believe me.
You present your evidence that they are in fact lying, because I know Dan. I don't think that Dan Bongino is lying to me. I know Kash Patel a little bit. I don't think Kash Patel is lying to me. I don't think these people are lying to me. Which means that if somebody else continues to claim that they're lying, they ought to provide their evidence at this point. And now is the point at which the facts on the ground have changed. And so either you ought to shift your opinion based on the facts that have now emerged.
The facts are we told you. We told you so.
Literally not.
Yeah,
And
the
that
facts
didn't
are.
change. That was always the official
believe
story.
us.
The official story was
Doesn't matter.
always that he killed himself. I mean, it genuinely doesn't make any sense. If Ghislaine Maxwell was
It was all Democrat
convicted and
hoax.
is in prison right now for trafficking children, who did she traffic them to? Like, I mean, it's just absurd. It's just nonsense.
Oh, this is
But
long.
here's the thing. Here's the trick. You know, Ben Shapiro's talking about where Jeffrey Epstein got his money, and says that, you know, maybe through blackmail. No, the money led to the blackmail, not the other way around. He was given a chunk of change. I mean, he was gifted the most expensive house in New York City, right? By Lex Wexner in the mega group. So like, he was given a chunk of change and told, you are now established as a billionaire investor. That is your in to talk to and seduce these rich and, you know, wealthy people. Now, Ben Shapiro, on the other hand, was given a chunk of change and told, you are going to go and seduce the white Christian conservatives into endless support of Israel and discredit all of our enemies while supposedly on their side. So these are how operations are run. One's a blackmail operation with, you know, honey traps, and the other is, you know, an operation to make you look like a very popular and successful podcaster, so you can have an ability to sway the American people towards Israel.
Damn.
He's an operative. Yeah, they're two different operatives running two different schemes for the same country and the same purpose.
I believe that.
Oh man, Mark Levin, he done lost his mind. He been lost it. Yeah, that
He
dude's
was
always
Both of
been
them.
nuts.
Bizarre.
He was calling
Ben Shapiro
the
and Mark
Ayatollah,
Levin.
and he was calling people Hitler and Nazis.
Well, you might as well, right?
You get
might
away
as
with
well.
everything else.
I
It
mean,
makes
yeah.
you think, like, wow, why would you that like discredit everything that happened in World War II? Why would you go to that low to call them Nazis? Yeah.
Well,
You know?
it's what they have. It's why
What works?
it's why Mamdani is the only one who is not pro-Israel on the stage, because the Holocaust is this incredibly powerful guilt hammer that they slam down specifically on white people, white Europeans, to say, you know,
Yeah. Christians.
they invoke Hitler or invoke Holocaust, so you're not allowed to criticize Israel anymore. And you have Muslims who are not as indoctrinated into that, willing to just go, no, Israel is bad. It's not actually that. I'm not committing the Holocaust by saying that.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's how I see
I don't
it.
think they've labeled me as a Holocaust denier yet.
You'll get there.
Yeah.
You don't have to actually
That's,
deny the Holocaust.
that's,
You don't actually have to do that for them
Yeah.
to call you that. So you'll get there. Don't worry about it. It's true.
I've been called everything else. I'm sure that's next.
This was the craziest thing. I went up to Sebastian Gorka at CPAC
Oh, really?
in like 2020, I think. And I'm just like, oh, it's Seb Gorka. Here, film. I'm going to go talk to him. And I go up. And I guess he thought I was trying to do some like, ambush thing to him, because he was like, no, you're awful. You should be kicked out. And he was like, you work for InfoWars. Alex Jones is friends with Nick Fuentes. Nick Fuentes made a joke about the Holocaust that was written by his super chatter, right? So some guy super chats a Holocaust joke. Nick Fuentes
6
reads
degrees
it.
of Kevin
Alex
Bacon.
Jones is associated with Nick Fuentes. I'm associated with Alex Jones. So I'm now a Holocaust denier. That's 4 or 5 degrees of separation from a joke hinting at the idea of Holocaust denial. Makes me then tainted with that disease, and I'm now a Holocaust denier myself from that.
Oh, has he? I haven't noticed.
Uh-oh.
Well,
I said
I probably
bacon. Is
forgot.
that anti-Semitic?
Yeah. I
He's
probably
a gay
forgot.
whale. Just call him a gay whale.
Bring a picture up of him.
It works.
Sebastian Gorka. Gay whale.
Yeah. I don't know why Alex started calling him a gay whale one time.
Really?
It's just, he's a gay whale. Gorka the orca.
I get it.
Sebastian, the gay whale Gorka.
Oh, that turd. That's what you call a sycophant for Trump. That's one thing I don't like. I don't like sycophants, zealots, because they destroy everything they touch.
Well, and you know what's weird? Levin was a never Trumper, but now Levin's on some national security board. So it's like the people that have actually been there supporting Trump. I mean, during Alex's trial, the bankruptcy trial, they brought on experts to explain just how influential Alex was in getting Trump elected. And like the things they said, they were like, Alex and InfoWars did more to get Trump elected than like Rush Limbaugh and Steven Crowder and the next 5 people combined by a factor of like 4. Like, and these are people that literally, I mean, there are people that literally spend all day, every day, 5 days a week, just studying InfoWars and like trying to figure out how our information pilfers through the internet. And they were presented all that. I forgot where I was going with that, but it's all about.
He's not a supporter now.
So
According to
Alex
Trump.
got Trump elected. I mean, he's not going to come on us on InfoWars anytime soon, right? Alex isn't about to be welcomed into the White House and some national security thing. So it's weird. It's like Trump is more favorable towards people who hated him and like argued against him, and people who are like sicko fans and just like kiss his feet. But people like Alex or people like myself who just
Real people.
genuinely did a lot to get Trump elected, but aren't going to kiss his ass.
Yeah. Now this is our new giveaway. Yeah, King Rents, 250, 6.5.
Oh yeah, her name is Juliette Roseberg. Bryant. Juliette Rose Bryant. Yeah. Let's see. Meet the three Republican senators that voted no on President Trump's DOGE rescissions package, which includes $9 billion in cuts to USAID, NPR, and PBS. No one should be surprised by these America Lost senators. Well, we got McConnell, we got Collins, and Murkowski. Okay. Bilateral meeting with Crown Prince and Prime Minister of Bahrain. All right.
Outerwear, bananas, tomatoes, tea, outdoor equipment. I mean,
this data is one way or another. I should be clear.
I think it's a mistake to do this cherry picking. I mean, men's suits, men's underwear, boys' shoes, girls' shoes, women's outerwear, bananas, tomatoes, tea, outdoor equipment. I mean, I could go down. These things were falling. These things are falling. Gas prices are at a 4-year low. I think
but also, I mean, the top line number is an increase in inflation that actual economists, not the ones that play one on TV, say is due to tariffs.
The core CPI.
So in addition to what you're saying, obviously not all prices are going up, but they're going up enough that it's showing up in the numbers.
Look, here's my view. The core CPI forecast was 3%. It came in at 2.9 for the 5 months of Trump's administration. Inflation has matched or beat expectations. The economy is booming with new investments. There's a lot to be proud of in what they have accomplished. Locking in the permanency of the tax cuts is a good thing. And so the Republican White House view of this right now is to be bullish on America. And when you look at the people who are investing in this country, massive companies, massive investments, it's outrageous what he's been able to generate so far. So I do think the panic over this report today is unwarranted, but I do think data is worth watching every month.
But it's not.
But it seems like a lot of panic for no reason. You're getting matched reports every month.
It's not panic when we were promised on August 15th of last year that the price of eggs, that the price of bacon, and the price of apple.
69%.
Actually, eggs year over year are up
last
20.
Year?
Are up 27%.
They're down.
I'm sorry.
Since he took office, they're down.
But if year over year.
All right.
He promised when he took office they would go down.
Hold on. Let's not fight about statistics here. She's right. Year over year, they are up significantly.
Because they went up.
Month over month,
During
they've
Biden.
gone down, but that's from their high, which occurred partly due to bird flu and other things.
Right.
So
let's be very clear. He promised 3 things: the price of eggs, the price of bacon, and the price of apples were going to go down. I can quote him. It was on August 15th of last year. He said they're going to go down almost immediately when I become president. All of them are up. They're up year over year, and that's a fact. And these, you think it's hysteria or whatever you called it. People are suffering. You know how I know this? Because I heard all about that from you last year when I would debate you, and you kept talking about how the price of eggs is really high. Well, guess what? It's much higher now than it was when you and I were debating.
We're literally lying about the eggs.
Wait, excuse me.
Eggs are down.
No, whoa.
Eggs are down.
Guys, stop. Okay, Scott, before you accuse her of lying, I literally just went over this. She is correct that year over year, the
Since
price...
Donald Trump took office, what happened to the eggs?
Oh, my God. Do you not understand that the difference...
They're arguing two different things.
Last year at this time.
She won't admit it.
And then when did they spike?
Julie, let me
And when did they come
just
down?
resolve this so we can move on, because this is a silly conversation.
You totally derailed this conversation. She's trying to have a serious panel, and you're out here arguing
are derailing the
about
conversation.
No, I'm not.
Pardon me.
She's not telling the
Pardon
truth about the eggs.
but
Man,
you're
they're such
derailing
liars,
the
man.
conversation, okay? I think people have the ability
They're saying
to...
year over year because it went up during Biden, and it's gone down since Trump, started doing things, started making things happen. So they're up year over year because Biden made them go up so high last year. That's so dumb.
Understand the difference between the price of eggs today and the price of eggs a year ago today versus what you would prefer to talk about, which is the price of eggs when Donald Trump was inaugurated. You're just talking about
his policies?
You're talking about 2 different time horizons. Okay, let's just leave it at that and move on. Please continue.
They made it higher than what was
Continue.
Biden's
Share Michael, please.
So the top headline numbers are in
They're
sync
lying.
with expectations. When you look at the CPI.
Jeez, they're just lying. CNN panel cannot come to grips with reality. They are saying that egg prices are up under Donald Trump, but only if you use year-over-year data. To be clear,
This data is one way or another. I should be clear.
Scott Jennings rightfully pointed out that Trump has kept true to his promise of bringing egg prices down. They have fallen 23.78% since his inauguration as of June. This panel, focusing on pricing under Biden and prior to the avian flu outbreak, which resulted in a loss over 400 million laying hens. Yeah, you know why? Because they went in there with PCR tests, and as soon as they got a positive, they made the farmers cull their whole flock. Yeah, so there you go. So it's not because of avian flu; it's because of their policies to combat avian flu. They use PCR tests, which give off false positives all the time. As soon as they get a positive, doesn't matter how many times they test, as soon as they get a positive, they cull the whole flock. Yeah, so 40 million laying hens died. Prices of eggs has decreased 25.72% since reaching a peak of 6.22. Yeah, they are down. Donald Trump promised lower egg prices. He has delivered on this promise so far. Yeah, that's just eggs, though. Everything else is moving very slowly, and some things are going up. So both sides can be honest and quit gaslighting everyone. So Fox has confirmed that President Trump asked a group of House Republicans if he should fire Fed Chair Jerome Powell. Fox is told that the lawmakers agreed he should be fired. He's going to do it, said one source. When asked when, the source replied soon. Yeah, right. Why is Israel bombing Syria today with bombs that we have provided them? Yeah, why?
قصف جديد يا شباب، قصف خذونا بسرعة 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 يا شباب. قصف جديد قصف جديد يا شباب، قصف جديد ما بنهيئة الأركان خالص. قصف جديد يا شباب، قصف خذونا.
Israel just does whatever it wants. I'm skipping over stuff. President Trump welcoming Crown Prince and Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Bahrain from to the White House today.
Thank you for the white face. So good to see you. Thank you for the white face. Forward march. Handsome. Thank you.
Look at that.
Let's say hello to our friends over there. So good to see you. Thank you for the white face. Forward march. Handsome. Thank you.
That's the same thing. When asked about his mental capacities, everyone who was involved with Joe Biden is pleading the fifth. They have to. They knew. Yeah. This just in, the DOJ announced the arrest of 3 MS-13 gang members in Maryland for their involvement in racketeering conspiracy, which included murder, drug trafficking. These criminal gang members allegedly stabbed a homeless man to death in exchange for promotions. When they were arrested, they were found with cocaine and firearms. These are the kinds of people Democrats want to protect with their sanctuary policies. Yeah. Dems don't care as long as these murderers vote Democrat. Yeah. Meet Erica Ailming Reinke, a former teacher at Milwaukee MTS, who pleaded guilty to charges of misconduct and disorderly conduct after she was accused of and inappropriately touching 4 students. She reportedly offered favors to students in way of apologizing for her inappropriate messages. She would also rub students' bodies and say that if they had children together, they'd be so beautiful. She was sentenced to 2 years of probation, which includes just 6 months in jail. followed by a privilege release that allows her to leave jail to work. What the heck? It's been a very sad week being lied to by the government yet again. Don't worry, at least we all have each other. Truth will come out. We will all make sure of it together. There are more of us than there are of them. Never forget that. Okay. Alright, let's go to the DisAlgorithm, see what's going on over there. Bunch of stuff on Epstein, I bet. Because they all love all the Epstein stuff now. Marjorie Taylor Greene wants to pretend no one's running against her, but I'm right here. And I just outraised her. This is what it looks like when the circus starts packing up. I've been a loyal Trump supporter since 2016. I lost a job, friends, been smeared online, doxxed, and pressed charges on people who stalked and harassed me for supporting him. If Trump doesn't want my support because I care about Epstein files, then I'm done. Bye. Yeah. I'm Eileen Laubacher, the retired Navy admiral and Democrat who just raised 14 times more than Lone Boebert. Together we are going to flip the seat blue and send her packing. Help me continue this incredible momentum and get 60,000 followers. You. Yeah, look at this guy. Okay. Oh, now he's saying that. In a major lie, Trump claimed that Obama and Comey made up Epstein files. Fact check, the first federal Epstein probe was under George W. Bush. The second, July 2019 under Trump. Obama had zero to do with it. Share to expose Trump's lies.
She's given us...
On Epstein, the Attorney General briefed you on the DOJ and FBI review, the findings of that review. The Attorney General briefed you on that.
What? On the
DOJ and FBI
on what?
review.
On what subject?
Epstein.
Okay.
On Epstein, of the review of the files. Attorney General Pam Bondi.
A very quick briefing.
Did she tell you, what did she tell you about the review? And specifically, did she tell you at all that your name appeared in the file?
No, she's given us just a very quick briefing, and in terms of the credibility of the different things that they've seen. And I would say that, these files were made up by Comey, they were made up by Obama, they were made up by the Biden information, we went through years of that with the Russia hoax, with all of the different things that we had to go through. We've gone through years of it, but she's handled it very well, and it's going to be up to her. Whatever she thinks is credible, she should release. Yeah.
On Epstein, the Attorney General briefed you on the DOJ.
Yeah. I actually agree with call to activism, which almost never happens, but he's actually right about this. Medical debt doesn't tell you if someone is financially irresponsible. It tells you if they got sick. Trump's decision to re-add it to credit reports will punish millions of Americans who have cancer, caring for sick kids, or going to the ER. I actually agree with that too. Yeah. I don't know, dude. Dear MAGA, can one of you pro-life Christians explain to the class how it's efficient to incinerate 500 metric tons of food as ready and paid for? The amount of food that could have fed 1.5 million children for a week, make it make sense. I don't know. Not ripping them apart in the womb, though. If releasing the Epstein list would collapse your government, then your government needs to collapse. I agree with that. I'm agreeing with a lot of the DisAlgorithm. Okay, is Joe interested in Epstein now? Joe
Hey
from
Siri,
Jers.
show me a picture of an idiot. I've got an exciting announcement about my political future. Trump 2028. This guy. This.
You're stupid.
Alright, well, that was dumb. Trump says he will impose very severe sanctions on Russia if Putin doesn't make a peace deal with Ukraine in 50 days. Why not 40 days? Or 30? Or even 10? He gave Iran 60. So he's got 50. Stay on Epstein. Trump wants to distract you from any way he can because he knows the Epstein files can bury him. Don't get off the topic. Epstein is the story. That's rich coming from Lincoln Project, because a bunch of their founders were caught with CP. I won't say what that means. So the Lincoln Project always has never brought up Epstein until Trump didn't want to bring it out. Philip Anderson, I am no longer a Republican. I am officially an independent. It feels so good to be free. Okay.
I'm sure that's one of the cities they were referring to. You know what? Earlier, someone mentioned these hellholes, talking about the cities, right? Talking about cities being hellholes. I just want to point to Los Angeles. I'm sure that's one of the cities they were referring to when they said that. Los Angeles contributes almost $20 billion in taxes. You know what? That's
All we care
more
about is
than
taxes.
all states in this country, except for 4. So guess what? If we are going to push any ideologies, it seems like LA should have an outsized interest in the ideology, because it seems like they actually contribute more money than all these other states, especially these red states, to be clear. In fact, I have another UC.
Without objection.
All right, blue states are bailing out red states. I have you know what? Earlier, someone mentioned.
So their influence should be directly related to their money. The amount of stealing they steal from their citizens. That's what she's saying. LA is a hellhole. Go walk around downtown any big city, especially blue cities. Well, all cities are blue, pretty much.
Played elsewhere is innovation, entrepreneurialism. What separates our game from the game played elsewhere is innovation, entrepreneurialism, more patents, more engineers, more researchers, more Nobel laureates in my state than any other damn state, more Fortune 500 companies in my state than any other state. Look that up, because I know people are rolling their eyes and saying, no, it's Texas. You're wrong.
It's true. I looked it up.
And we're, by the way, a donor state. We provided $83.1 billion more than we received from the federal government. Texas took $71.1 billion. I'm not saying that to bash Texas. But you know what? Pretty proud of my goddamn state.
I saw
Punching
that
above
too.
our weight, man. But AI.
Can you repeat those numbers?
$83.1 billion. We provided more to the federal government than we received. In the same year that Texas received $71.1 billion more than they provided to the federal government.
So you're net positive.
Net positive. 9 out of 10 of the donor states are Trump states, and I don't mean that pejoratively, Trump. 7 of the 10 are Republican states, but 9 out of the 10 dependent states, welfare states, are Trump states. The donor states disproportionately the blue states. 71% of the country's GDP comes from blue counties.
Mm-hmm.
These same crack-up counties with all these crazy liberals that can't get out of their own goddamn way and the world's come to an end. It's 71% of the economy of the goddamn country, man.
Yeah, so when they're talking about going after the billionaires, They just want to suck out more money from people. And that's how they're getting the money.
What separates our game from the gameplay?
Yeah, so they just tax their citizens to death, and they're proud of it. All right, good for them. They got a booming economy, but look at all the homelessness and people suffering in their cities, and just how trashy it is, and poop on the streets, and how unsafe it is. You know, all they care about is money and taxes, but they don't care about, regular people's lives. All they care about is, we want to suck up your tax money, say we're going to do good stuff, but nothing ever happens, nothing ever changes. It's just more and more homelessness, more and more poverty, more and more wealth gap. Everyone knows the odds of Trump being part of Epstein files are approximately 100%. Andrea, 100%. Okay. Let's get this straight. Those females Jeffrey Epstein and other men had sex with were not young women. They were little girls, not consenting adults, many being 3 or more times a day. Yep. What is wrong with you people? Trump was part of the circle for 15 years, looking for little girls who remind him of his own daughter. Where do they get this crap, man? He's on film talking about lustful urges with her as early as 13. Really, people? Why are you people still worshiping a child abuser? Look at Joe Biden. I mean, he anytime any little girl was around him, he had his hands all over her, sniffing them. Any woman, any little girl. His daughter had a diary where she said she was afraid to shower because he would sneak in. So she would shower rarely and try to sneak showers, doing it late at night, so hopefully he was asleep. She was afraid of him coming in and being inappropriate with her. That's what just imagine if Trump's daughter had a diary that said that.
Kids that are playing soccer and all that reputational damage that's being done as they're sitting there on horses with American flags running through soccer fields, scaring kids that are playing soccer in the middle of the day at a summer camp. For what? Just toughness. It's a weakness masquerading as strength. That's what I don't like about this son of a bitch. I don't. And forgive me, I know he's the president of the States. Forgive me, I didn't, yeah, he calls me new scum. Come on. How do I explain that to my kid? Now I have my kid's friends calling
Your kid
my
doesn't
kids
even
new
like
scum.
you.
That I get, because I was called that in 7th grade, but not by a 79-year-old. Model better goddamn behavior, man. Forgive the goddamn. All that reputational damage that's being done as they're sitting there on horses with American flags.
Get bullied by his kid and his friends. Poor guy. It's oppressive to send him home. No one's being oppressed. Getting sent home. Alright, well, it's pretty clear what all is in the DisAlgorithm today. It's just Trump, 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 anti-Trump. And then my regular algorithm is Trump, 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 anti-Trump. So, there we go. There we go. Good job, Trump. Well, I don't know. You got anything to add there?
Ugh, you smell like Beast Lab after taco night.
Are you hungry or what?
Hey, can I get a double patty? Wolverine style.
Alright, I think you better go.
Once upon a time, in the magical land of Regina, Saskatchewan, lived a spandex-clad prince with butt cheeks so tight they could bend a quarter.
That's a great story.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you after your 10-year stint in the vault. Tell Juggernaut I said hi.
Okay. Alright, that's all I got today, you guys. So, I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Some truths will be hilarious, others painful. But we must be free. We must break into the DisAlgorithm.